Hello, so I'm in eastern Belgium walking along a bicycle track, which I think there was a railway here once upon a time. Now there was, however, certain a railway going over that bridge. That is the Freiherr von Korff railway bridge, which was built in 1916. Now, in this area, this was part of Germany, it was part of the Second Reich. In fact, it only became Belgium as a result of the Treaty of Versailles, which granted the territories of Eupen and Malmedy to Belgium. The idea for building a bridge here dates to the 19th century, but there wasn't really any civilian demand for it. However, the army seemed to think it was, particularly after the Schlieffen Plan was adopted in 1905. Now, Lieutenant Colonel Gröner, who worked in the German Transport Command, he demanded that bridges and better railway lines were built to allow the troops at the front to be supplied. So this entailed doing things such as single tracks being converted into double tracks, more bridges, one of the most famous being the bridge at Remagen, noted for the Battle of the 7th of March 1945, Ludendorff Bridge. There was also a bridge at Bingen am Rhein, for example, amongst others. And this was one of those bridges that had to be put up. Now, when they first thought of it, there was a problem because part of the line would have been in Belgium. But after 1914, that wasn't a problem because that part of Belgium was occupied by the Second Reich. So this bridge was put up in a few months in 1916. It was in use from 1917. However, it didn't serve the Second Reich very long because the Second Reich didn't last very long. It collapsed in November of 1918, and after the Treaty of Versailles, this part of what was then Germany was transferred to Belgium. Now, when the bridge was built, it was equipped with blasting chambers to allow it to be blown up, and when on the 10th of May 1940, when the Germans advanced into Belgium, it was due to be blown up, but for some reason which I can't explain, it wasn't. Today it's there as a monument to the past. It looks extremely impressive as you come to it. I've done a longer video on it when I sort of walk around it, so if you're interested in this sort of thing, then you might want to have a look at that, and I'll put, of course, a link to it below. I find this sort of thing really impressive. This place here, Born, it's a village. There's only a few hundred people living here today. It's still German speaking, so it's German speaking part of Belgium. It's about 1% of the population of Belgium is German speaking, approximately. Although it seemed to me everybody I've spoken to spoke French as well. So I've spoken to people in French because that is easier for me. So I'm doing a Battle of the Bulge tour. I'm filming places in that battle. Unfortunately, tomorrow, after I filmed the Malmedy massacre location, I shall have to drive very fast because I really don't have a huge amount of time to do this, which is a great pity. So I'm filming this in the middle of October, which explains why it looks the way it does. And this might, if you know the area, this might help you. The Veelsam Recht up there. Here we have Saint-Vith, very well known for the Battle of the Bulge. It was one of the two important communication centres that had to be captured during the Battle of the Bulge. St. Vith should have been captured on the first day, the 16th of December. Maybe it had pushed the 17th, but as it happened, it took nearly a week to capture it, and then it was pulverised on the 25th of December by the Americans and 26th of December by the Americans and the British, so much so that hardly any building was left standing. Above we've got other places, Montchaux, where the for the Battle of the Bulge, that was where the one of the what was called, I think it was iron wedge was the word that was used, was meant to be in defence now. And there we have Malmedy, also well known for the massacre which took place there. The massacre took place on the 17th of December 1944. The massacre itself had great repercussions because afterwards this was published in many newspapers, and also in turn it led to a massacre of German soldiers of a similar amount in Chegogne near Bastogne. So anyway, good. So that's what I'm doing. Here's a little look at the bridge again from below. I really find these things very, very interesting. In Poland in August, I visited a place called, no, July it was, I visited a place called Stanciki, where there's a double bridge, so two bridges side by side, and quite difficult to understand why economically it could have been built in that part of East Prussia. It wasn't a military bridge like this one, and but really extremely attractive to see. I mean, that one you actually go on it, it's actually maintained as a private museum. You have to pay, I can't remember what it was now, 10 zloty, 20 zloty, something like that, I can't remember. And but very, very nice bridge to actually visit. So thanks very much for watching this. As you can see, born in Belgium. This is the sort of thing I do. I don't do this. I would do this permanently if I could make a living out of it, I suppose. But I'm now I'm on a business trip here. Left a little bit early in order to be able to do a spot of filming like this, and so I'm now on my way to Birmingham from Heilbronn in Germany, where I work, and so therefore I've made a little bit of time to visit places such as this en route. And I've got to say, I really find it super attractive that we've got this former railway line that's been turned into this lovely bike route that we have here. And even now in mid-October, it would have been really great to have actually cycled it. I didn't bring my bicycle, though. I deliberately left that in Germany to so I've got more space in the back of my van. Okay, so thanks for watching, all the best from me, and bye from now from Born in Eastern Belgium.